It looks warm and sunny outside, but don't let that fool you. It is very chilly. It's January, so it is a lot warmer than it should be, but I've got a lot going on today. So we've got a few oil changes that we're going to be doing, and I got to put a light up outside, and hopefully we don't freeze. The first oil change I've got going on is my 04 F-150. I haven't ran this vehicle in a while, so I'm going to go start it up right now. We'll let it get to operating temperature, then I'll come out and change the oil. I've also got to change the oil on the work vehicle on my Nissan Murano, hence this video. And then the light I'm going to be replacing is right here. For some reason, that brand new one, it burnt out, so kind of annoying. I know a lot of you want to see more videos on my 04 F-150, and don't worry, those are coming up when I get done with my Nissan Murano series. So if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, do it now, because you don't want to miss out on the content that's coming. And I have not sold the Dodge yet. The tire is flat. Hopefully by the time this video comes out, I will have it sold. Alright, so I just finished the oil change on the pickup. I unwired the light, so that's a start. There's all the garbage from the oil change. Got the truck running just to fill the filter up. I'm gonna shut it off. And the Murano's warm and ready to go for the oil change. This one is actually gonna be super easy. This is the V6. It's a super easy engine to change the oil on. It's the same one in my sister's car. I would never want to work on this engine ever again, and I am leaking coolant, so I'm probably gonna have to. But the oil change is so easy. The plug and the filter are right next to each other. It's a small filter. I'm not gonna be switching it out for the best filter. I'm gonna use a Pearl later, but the one that's on there's a Fram, so it could be worse. I'm taking that off, putting this one on. We're gonna do 530 full synthetic. I am using SuperTech. Only because, you know, it's still got the seal on it. It's approved for gasoline motors, so it's not going to damage your engine. It just doesn't have any of those extra additives that you pay for in better oil. This is a work car. It's got high miles. We're putting a ton of miles on it this week alone. I put over 500 miles on this car. So it is time to get the oil changed. Those birds are so loud. You don't really need ramps for the Murano. Now ramps or a lift or jacking it up would make it so much easier, but I'm not going to be using any of those today because I just want this to be a quick and simple oil change. Under the Nissan Murano for the first time under the passenger side, I've got my 16 quart oil drain tray today. You can see the oil pan right here, and the oil drain plug is behind it on that back side. And then your filter tucks up right alongside the oil pan right here, hidden behind the shroud that you can kind of pull out, and you can see it there. That one's really dirty. It's a Fram. I doubt this oil has been changed in a very long time. There's no stickers or service records. Alright, so I've got the oil draining. Be very mindful that it is very hot, and the cat is to the right there of the oil pan. You will burn yourself if you let this run for a few minutes like I did. It is a size 14 metric bolt, and mine was super tight on there. It would make it nice to have ramps or to have the car up in the air just for ease of access to that bolt in between it and the oil catch tray. Of course, you don't need the oil catch tray there when you're breaking it loose, so there is plenty of room for you to do the oil change under here. And remember that your oil filter shouldn't be terribly tight. Now I use just a simple like telescoping oil filter wrench to easily loosen mine, and then once it's loose I get in here and get it out by hand. Again, be mindful that your oil filter is full of oil and it is also very hot. Reinstalling your oil filter is simply done in the opposite way. You want to get the O-ring wet with oil if the oil filter mount where it's sitting to doesn't have a lot of oil on it. You get it hand tight and then a half a turn with your oil filter wrench. Again, these don't have to be super tight because they're on an O-ring, but they do have to be tight enough that they're not going to rattle off. Once that's reinstalled and your oil is done draining, reinstall your oil filler plug. Again, this plug also does not have to be extremely tight.
just tight enough that nothing's gonna leak by.
Keep in mind that the V6 Nissan uses 4.8 quarts of oil. Now if you're in the US, you can buy oil in a 5-quart jug, so do not overfill your engine. Yes, the filter will take a little bit, but not quite 5 quarts. I don't know what that is in liters, but it comes out to be perfect in liters, but not perfect in quarts. So 4.8 quarts, not 5. Don't dump the whole jug in. You're not going to use like that last 0.2 of a quart. I don't know. It makes a big difference on the dipstick, so don't overfill it. This is one of those engines that you're going to want to use a funnel for. Keep in mind that you check your funnel for debris before sticking it down inside of your oil filler cap. And for some reason on this car, my oil filler cap is always stuck, so I always have to get a pair of pliers out to break this loose. That dipstick is in a really dumb spot, so straight in front of your oil filler cap, but clear down in here where you have to reach to. Because you've been filling oil in, make sure you wipe it off the first time to check it. And the hole is really hard to hit. Alright, looks like we've got oil up to the high mark. So I'm going to go ahead and run the car for a minute just to get that oil filter full of oil. I'm going to look under the car, check for any leaks in case I didn't get something tight. And then we'll check the oil once again after we shut the car off. And that's it. That's how you change the oil on your 2009 to, I believe, 2016 Nissan Murano. It's super easy. It doesn't require a lot of tools. You don't even really need ramps for this oil change. Just a wrench, an oil filter wrench, a funnel, your new filter, your oil, and some paper towels. And just like that, this Nissan Murano is good to go for another 5,000 miles on the road. So that I never miss an oil change, I buy those like bulk oil change window cling stickers. You can get them on eBay or Amazon super cheap. And then I'm always sure to write down my next service interval and stick it in the car when I'm done doing an oil change. That way I never miss an oil change and my car keeps running great for years to come. And so you guys don't miss any of my upcoming videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button below so that you're tuned in to any future content that I have on this car, any future content I have on my O2 Duramax. If you haven't seen those videos, jump back on the channel and watch them. It's kind of funny because I filmed a ton of these Murano videos before I filmed those. I don't know, a little weird sequence there, but I also have some content coming on my 2004 F-150, so make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Make sure that bell icon is hit so that you don't miss any of my uploads. With all of that said, follow me on Instagram, linked down below. Get out, enjoy your automotive ownership, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.